Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my dearest lecturer, Madam Norha. My name is Liana Amlani binti Mustafa Kamal, and in today's video, I will be presenting Lab Experiment 5, 7-segment displays. Alright, so firstly is the objective. The objective of this experiment is to convert binary coded decimal to numerical display. Next, the equipment and component used in these experiments are IC7447, common anode 7-segment display, LED, breadboard, battery, 150 ohm resistor, 330 ohm resistor, switch, and lastly is wires. Next, we will look at the procedure of this experiment. So firstly, the anode of the 7-segment display is connected to the battery. Next, the input pins of the 7-segment display must be connected to the 150 ohm resistor as shown in figure 1. Then the circuit is constructed as shown in figure 2 by using the 74478 TTL decoder. Next, the LED connected to each of the output A to G, LTBI and RBI was set up appropriately. The input A, B, C, and D is played to activate the LEDs. Then the truth table was then constructed. The LED replaced with a 7-segment display as shown in figure 3. And then the input A, B, C, D control the display. And lastly is the truth table constructed to explain the effect of input 74478 TTL to 7-segment display. Alright, now we will look at the data of this experiment. So in this figure 1, it is the 7-segment display of decimal 1. In figure 2, it is the 7-segment display of decimal 0. And then lastly, in figure 3, it is the 7-segment display of decimal 9. Then we will look at the truth table for built-in LED. So the inputs are A, B, C, D, and then the outputs is recorded and collected from the data. Next, we will look at the truth table for 7-segment displays. So the inputs are A, B, C, D, and then the outputs are collected, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the display, which are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Next, we will look at the discussion of this experiment. The function of this experiment, based on the simulation that was conducted using the live wire application, the function of this experiment is held to comprehend that TTL functions as decoder that is attached to a built-in LED as well as a 7-segment LED. Firstly, decimal 1, 0, and 9 are manually displayed. In order to execute decimal 1, switch B and C are closed as shown in figure 1. Then all switches are closed except switch G to display decimal 0. Lastly, decimal 9 is displayed when switch G is open. Next, a truth table of the relation between inputs A, B, C, D and the outputs of A, B, C, D, E, F, G LEDs is constructed. The LED will light up, which means the output is high. Meanwhile, when the LED did not light up, it means that the output is low, as the combination of switches is set up. Meanwhile, for the 7-segment display, which consists of 7 LED, and all switches were tested accordingly in the truth table. Based on the data, all decimal numbers within a total of 9 segments were clearly displayed in the simulation. Lastly, there are many sources of error that we can obtain and identify from the simulation. Firstly, it may cause from systematic error or random error that can lead to different reading of data. Next, the connection should be verified before running the simulation. For example, we should double check the switches before taking the data in order to get an accurate and precise results. Next is the questions. For the first question is, why do we need resistor in the 7-segment display? The resistor employed in the 7 display serves as a driving component and it in restricting or controlling the current flow in a circuit. It will prevent the high current that may cause the LED to become more damaged. For question 2, explain how the 74478 TTL makes it easier to display decimal number at 7-segment display. The 4-bit BCD inputs used by the 74478 TTL decoder, which represent DCBA, will be used to display the decimal number. For instance, the BCD input 000 must be set to low if you want to eliminate the decimal number 0 on the 7-segment display. This is due to the fact that when the 7447 is turned on, the outputs are high and then decrease to low. Okay, for the next question, can the common character segment 7-segment display be used together with the 74478? How, and draw the circuit? My answer is yes, because one approach would be to utilize one PNP transistor and 2 additional resistors in addition to the typical segment resistor. Due to its ability to eliminate both common anode displays and common cathode displays, the 7447 on a 7-segment display makes it easier to display decimal numbers. I also draw the circuit regarding the questions. Okay. Lastly is the conclusion. So, in conclusion, converting binary coded decimal to numerical decimal to numerical display is determined in this experiment. As a result, we can conclude that this experiment is successful since they follow the theory of the circuits for the 7-segment display from the results in the truth table of the 3 circuits of the 7-segment display. That is all from me. Thank you.